Hello everyone, Dekzeh here with another narration for the CALLOUS Invitational. Today we have the match between Endill and Fakes. I think this one was one of the most lopsided predictions. I feel like everyone expects Fakes to win, which makes sense. Endill scraped by the play-ins. Honestly didn't really impress that much, but I mean he's in the event, and if you're in the event, you have a chance to win. That's how Pokemon works. And Fags, on the other hand, is a veteran of the game. Sometimes he's more known about his scheduling issues, but that doesn't really take away that he is a phenomenal player. He's been successful for so long, and he's the clear favorite here. But everyone loves a good underdog idea. Everyone loves Endill. He's like a little bit of a crowd favorite. Let's see how this goes. Let's jump into the game. Metagross on Metagross lead. Okay, interesting. I love mirror matchups as leads. Most likely, it's either Protect, Leftovers, Bulky, or it's a Choice Bender, right? And I feel like in either case you want to switch out. Presumably both switch their Spikers here. That's what I would expect, honestly. Because if you're a Choice Bender, you don't want to lock yourself into Earthquake and CS Karmory, for example. You don't want to risk a Choice Banded Explosion on a Protect. It's like all of it's a little awkward. So, wow, okay, take that back. Fake just explodes. He doesn't respect the possibility of Protect there, just bones on the sequence with Chain, so that's probably what he wanted to hit there. See Salamence on Smeargle. So, okay, that makes sense. If the Smeargle is not on the lead slot, it's most likely just a fake lead, right? You want to explode and then get to Smeargle to get a better lead matchup. Because Smeargle is not switching to stuff. But then he gets the Salamence, which is unfortunate for him. And that forces Smeargle out, so a lot of momentum loss. And Fake's team seems like very momentum oriented with the quick boom, with the presumably offensive Swampert, the Gengar, and the Spikes Smeargle. Goes for the Will-O-Wisp on the Snorlax, connects, really good for him. Do we see a Smeargle here on the Shadow Ball? I mean, I think I would have just gone for that. Just get the layers down because it seems very reliant on that. But instead we see Jirachi, and now we see Smeargle on the Metagross. That's pretty good. But I mean, you just always get that matchup, so you kind of need to be more aggressive with the spikes there. I feel like just get them down. Yeah, just your team seems like it really needs that. Just get them down. And the paralyze is very unfortunate, but its body line is 30%. We see Jirachi, and that also gets paralyzed. Again, unfortunate, but if you're switching on a body slam, you kind of expect it. It's kind of like Scald. 30% is a lot. And it's a Curse Spurt. I feel like it explodes here, if I have to guess. Or maybe calls the Gengar switch in. As we see a sub on a body slam. That shouldn't break, yeah. So it's a Subrachi. Interesting that it's still faster than Snorlax. I guess Snorlax at -1, so it's always gonna be faster, never mind. So yeah, Shadow Ball, Body Slam, Curse. I'm pretty sure the last move is just boom. And it should boom, or yeah, just explode on the sub. That makes sense. And a paralyzed Jirachi is not that big of a threat. Metagross should win this 1v1. See Gengar on Earthquake, very aggressive play. But by the nature of a very offensive team that Fakes is running, he probably doesn't have many switches in. Like, the Swampert offensive, can't really take that many hits. Will-O-Wisp on the Blissey, now revealed. And Jirachi is paralyzed. Thunderbolt means a Calm Mind Blissey, which is very rare nowadays, right? Back to Metagross. That Metagross is such a huge threat, because I'm pretty sure the Swampert at this point, it's almost 2-hit killed. Offensive, Swampert really doesn't take hits that well. We see an attempt to sacrifice Smeargle. He finally managed to sacrifice the Smeargle. And back to Gengar. And again, just trying to hit the Will-O-Wisps, because the Metagross is just a huge threat. Gets in on the spikes. Do we see a taunt from Gengar? I think on this build is more likely to be explosion than taunt. And the Tyranitar last. I have a feeling Endill has another rock resist in the back though. Yeah, it's a Claydol. Is it HP bug? I guess it actually is an HP bug. By the way, he has played. And he's so Swampert weak, it must be the HP grass. So he gets the Tyranitar back in again. Doesn't allow Blissey to heal up, which is pretty good for the Gengar. The Gengar is starting to look threatening right now. See a Rock Slide that deals no damage to Claydol. You go back to Gengar here. You do, but that's... yeah, Endill calls it. Psychic does a decent amount. I mean, yeah, Clado is burned, so like maybe Tyranitar now beats the burnt Clado, because Earthquake shouldn't do that much. You see a Salamence switch in on presumably Dragon Dance. Yep. This, depending on the Salamence, it can be a roll. Depending, it could just kill. See just the Rock Slide, so we're just gonna get another Intimidate, I guess. Yeah. And then just maybe, like, what's the plan here? Force the switch, go for the Brick Break. Sure. But I mean, the Tyranitar is always gonna be Dragon Dancing. I feel like it's gonna come down to the Dragon Dance Earthquake damage against the Metagross by the end of all of this. The Swampert did not show leftovers, so it's a Salak Berry. That's also super threatening. It kind of depends if the Swampert is faster or slower than Clado, but if you can get a sub up, it's super threatening. The Clado just explodes. We see Salamence here. Did he? Yeah, he calls and goes for the HP Grass. I was about to say, that probably decided the game, right? Let's go back here. If you think about it here, you can either go for Brick Break and kill the Tyranitar, but if you Brick Break the Swampert switch in, you give Swampert its Salak Berry, and then it's very awkward because I guess you can still kind of win. It depends. Because Tyranitar can't Dragon Dance, right? Because it's dead to Metagross and it's dead to Salamence. So can... Then it like generates another 50-50. But either way, like really good call here by Endill to go for the HP Grass on the switch. If the Tyranitar just stayed in and Dragon Dance there, he still wouldn't have just lost, right? He could have gone Metagross back to Salamence and tried to do something with that. As we see Andor, wow. Interesting, it's Salak Berry, right? Endor is a good tech for Dugtrio. That explains why he couldn't touch the Clado. He kills the Salamence, but the Metagross should be able to take anything here. There's no way. He goes for the Rock Slide. Gets the flinch. I don't think Earthquake kills even then. Oh, 1%. Wow. That was a roll. I feel like that was a roll. I almost want to calc that, but I'll calc that later. So Endill takes the win against all odds. Like, Fakes was the massive favorite here. But yeah, Endill got the 1-0 lead. And I mean, he made the plays he needed to make. He didn't make any mistakes. I'm not sure if Fakes made any big mistakes either. It's just how the game played and was down to the wire here. Really crazy. I feel like that turn where Salamence was out against Tyranitar and he called the Pert switch in, that was the deciding moment, right? Huge stuff. But yeah, 1-0 lead to Endill. Let's go right into game 2. So see a Tyranitar Zapdos lead matchup. Always, like, the most common lead matchup. Zapdos could Baton Pass to Scout. Tyranitar usually goes for the Rock Slide. Some Wild Zapdos stays in, I'm not a fan. So yeah. Oh, just goes for the Dragon Dance turn 1. Okay, where is this going, Fakes? Just switching out. Why Dragon Dance then? Just attack. Hydro Pump on the Celebi, and then Skarmory revealed on the other Celebi. Okay. The Dragon Dance turn 1 doesn't really make sense with the rest of the team. I was expecting like a super aggressive team, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Like, that's clearly especially defensive Skarmory. There's an Aerodactyl that really just enjoys the spikes being down. As we see a Tyranitar switching in on the Earthquake, and it just kills? Damn. So that's like a completely uninvested Tyranitar, and really amazing call there by Fakes to Earthquake. As we see an Agility Zapdos, So some sort of BP chain going on with Zapdos and Celebi here, probably. That's what I would imagine. Skarmory can take a boosted hit though. So we can just whirlwind it off. You die to a crit, and I mean, if that happens, what can you do? Okay, doesn't get crit, so that stops the chain from keeping going. And I feel like we just sacrifice Skarmory for another layer here. No, Fake sees differently. Go Celebi on the Ice Beam. Yeah, spiking on that Ice Beam would have been so good. But it is what it is. So what does Celebi do here? Just recovers. You're just giving Endill time to set up his chain, and I feel like we should just be pressuring with Aerodactyl here. See a Baton Pass on Psychic. And what do you do here? Just go hard Dactyl? Yeah, that's what I would have done. Okay, you're doing some damage, but it's not too much. And at this point, you just go for the HP Flying or HP Bug, right? See a Gengar on the HP Flying that nearly kills it. Yeah, Endill is very reluctant into sending the Swampert onto the Aerodactyl here. Have we seen anything about the Swampert? Is it like offensive or something? I mean, if you're button passing Calm Minds and like Agilities, it could be an offensive one. So it makes sense. But that Rock Slide damage probably tells me it's not offensive. Yeah, but still, like a +2 speed Swampert is a little bit scary. It has sub. I think Fakes was just trying to sacrifice the Magneton there. And he got played, because yeah, it's an HP Fire Magneton. Sub, that's so interesting. I wonder if it's Focus Punch or it's just Earthquake last. Yeah, and the Swampert is just farming leftovers here, right? Wow. Why would you not go Celebi? It's not like you're taking that much from Ice Beam. And it doesn't have special attack boost, so I feel like Celebi was better than Skarmory. Because the Skarmory is crucial to preventing the Celebi from doing its thing, right? I feel like I would have gone Skarmory, Protect, and then gone to Celebi on another Hydro Pump. Get Skarmory some leftovers, keep it healthy, and force the Swampert out with Celebi. I'm not sure why Fakes was so reluctant to sending Celebi on Swampert there. Kinda hard to imagine. We see there's no Dug in the back, by the way, which makes the Celebi feel safer now. Gets a Leech Seed off on a +2 Zapdos, so he won't like Baton Passing that for sure. And Jirachi takes Spikes damage. Would have liked to see a Leech Seed there, but we didn't. That Jirachi is looking a little bit like a threat, honestly. It subs, Tyranitar most likely wins against this one, but it can get frozen. I was gonna say paralyzed, but if it gets frozen, it's even worse. It's Dragon Dancing, it's risky. I guess maybe it's Lumberry because it hasn't shown leftovers. But yeah, this is always risky. Go for Earthquake. I mean, you don't kill the Swampert though, right? It's like near full health. Just go for the third one. I'm still not sure you kill Swampert. I don't think that you do. I mean, if for Lumberry, maybe you could have greeted another Dragon Dance there. I guess Endill just banked on the Rock Slide and miss, and it doesn't miss, so maybe the Swampert just dies. Maybe it's like a little bit offensive. I think it lives, though. It lives on 3%. So Zapdos died for nothing. Wow. Aerodactyl, how well does this clean up here? Just go for Earthquake. I feel like Fake still wins this. He's in such a good position. There's no way the Celebi can get a Baton Pass off, right? The thing is the Jirachi will be annoying. Do you go back to Aerodactyl here? Do you just sacrifice the Skarmory to Roar? I guess. The thing is the Jirachi on the back. Like, how do you stop it now? I guess maybe Fake's Pokemon is probably a Swampert or a Claydol, right? It's a Swampert. And with Ice Punch sub, it's probably not gonna be HP Grass. So Fakes probably still wins this. Oh, unless you get frozen. Are you kidding me? That's so unlucky for Fakes. I feel bad for him. He just had the game. Wow. And like even in game 1, I feel like Fakes Jirachi was so good too. But then I got Body Slam parried. But then again, Fakes just switched it right onto Body Slam, so... Rough breaks. I think that's gonna be it for Fakes. Yeah, really, really rough way of saying goodbye. I mean, not saying goodbye, he's still gonna be in the tournament, just in the loser's bracket, so maybe I'm overreacting here. But yeah, that's the worst way of losing a Pokemon game. You kinda just have the win, and Serena Grace Jirachi is a very, very dumb Pokemon. What can I say? I wonder... no, Celebi is lower, right? Yeah. I wonder if we could, like, got a Leech Seed off somehow, but it's just lower. Wow. It really must suck for Fakes to lose the game like this. And it's just over. The Jirachi even gets another freeze because why not? Wow. Yeah, that's Pokemon. That's the game that we play and we love and we hate. And Endill goes through 2-0. Not the most dominating 2-0 I've seen, but definitely a 2-0 win. And he's still on the winner's bracket, while Fakes is no longer. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you guys later.